Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you are all well on this fantabulous Wednesday. It's the midweek hump, baby. That's it. And you're looking absolutely amazing, fantastic, awesome, amazing, brilliant, and everything else. Thank you very much for being here. God, I love the midweek hump. It gets me all excited. I'm going away for a few days with Mrs. Harsh at the end of the week. It's the first time we've been away together for some time. I think Turkey was the last time we was away. And it seems like a lifetime ago, you know, when I nearly fried off my foot. I sent a picture, didn't I? Horrendous. Wear sunscreen, as they say. Not scream, sunscreen. Sunscreen. Wear sunscreen. Like the song. But anyway, we're talking about Ann Taylor. Because I did a video the other day. And I knew that was going to split the room. I know that I would take some flack for it. Because there's some people who are really... They love Ann Taylor. I'm surprised I don't walk around with an I love Ann Taylor t-shirt. That's how much they love Ann Taylor. And they think she's doing a fucking fantastic job. They are pretty sure that what she's doing is right. She's doing everything she can. There's some people who think that, even the people who think Bryan Kohberger's guilty, they still think that Ann Taylor's doing good because they just think that she's throwing everything at it just to stall, to waste time, to do this, that and the other. I just don't. I just can't get on board with her. I do apologise. But some people were using the excuse, but she has got people exonerated before. She's fucking fabulous. She's fucking fabulous, I'm telling you. She's not. We're going to look at that case very, very briefly, because I don't want to keep you for much longer. I just want to show you another reason why, A, you can't fucking trust law enforcement, and B, why Ann Taylor's likely not going to help Bryan Kohberger if he's innocent. If he is. Because he could be. He could be guilty as fuck, but he could be innocent, and if he is, I'll be bouncing her down the road. I know that he hasn't got a lot of money, his family hasn't got a lot of money. Maybe we can, I don't know, appeal to the better nature of one of those posh attorneys with the nice shirt, pinstripes, maybe lawyer you know, sexy hair, maybe he knows somebody who'll do it pro bono. But Ann Taylor, in my honest opinion, I just don't think she's that good. But Jonathan Ellington, was that his name? We'll have a look in a second. We'll see how wrong I was. I'm going to flick across to this. Going to learn how to use my old pewter. So here we go, look. Here we go. So this was, in fact, I'm going to go to this one. The Idaho Supreme Court overturns Ellington murder conviction. So this is the guy that Ann Taylor represented. She went back to court with him. Okay, after the Supreme Court threw it out, overturned it. Now, he basically got involved in a road, it would look like it was a road rage incident. All went mental and he ended up running someone over. That's the short version. As you can see, there is a much longer version there, which I'm not going to read it all, but I'm going to read a segment of it, okay? So they're talking about how this got overturned. There was a 32-page rule, and they basically were saying that Kootenai County engaged in misconduct, and they speak about specific officers. And let's read a couple of excerpts, right? They also concluded that a veteran Idaho State Police officer, Corporal Fred Rice, a witness for the prosecution, gave testimony that conflicted with statements on accident reconstruction he'd made in previous court cases and contradicted training materials he had personally prepared. It is impossible to believe there was any truth to the testimony of Corporal Rice, wrote Justice Warren Jones. It is abhorrent to this court, as it would be to any other court, that a man can be sentenced to 25 years for second-degree murder based primarily on the false testimony of a trooper of this state. Jones wrote that a first district court judge in Kootenai County erred in May 2007 when he refused to give Ellington a new trial. Despite being presented with evidence of these problems with the prosecution's case, Rice didn't return a phone call left by the Associated Press Friday at the Idaho State Police in Meridian. He's been employed with the agency since 1983. Ellington, who is being held at Idaho Correctional Center south of Boise, was 45 when Vanette Lee Larson, 41, was struck and killed in Athol. Ellington was accused of driving the vehicle that hit her and the car being driven by her two daughters. Larson died of massive head trauma at Ellington's high-profile trial. There's a full stop there. We'll stop. But what I'm saying is there was a load of things that were wrong. It goes into details of the statements they twisted. But very, very similar to what you see in the Bryan Kohberger case with the IGG situation. I wonder whether Ann Taylor's a little bit of a one-trick pony. She thinks that she can apply what she became almost notorious for at the beginning of the Bryan Kohberger case. Oh, she's the one who got someone exonerated. She didn't really. It's not entirely what happened. Jonathan Ellington might be spending only 2 more years in prison. Ellington, convicted of second-degree murder and 2 counts of aggravated battery by the Kootenai County Jail earlier this year, has already served 6 years behind bars. He was sentenced on Monday in First District Court by Judge John Luster to 18 years in prison, but only 8 years of that time is mandatory. He was given credit for the time he's already spent behind bars, which was 6 years. You engaged in conduct that cost a human life, Luster said. Ellington, 51, was sentenced to a fixed term of 6 years on the battery charges, but that sentence will be served at the same time as his time for murder. A jury in January found he deliberately ran over and killed 41-year-old Vonette Larson with his Chevrolet Blazer and rammed a car occupied by 2 of her daughters on New Year's Day in 2006. Evidence at his trial showed he got tangled up in a road rage incident with Larson's daughter, Jolene and Javon. Vanette and her husband, Joel, helped the sisters chase Ellington, eventually cornering him on Scarcello Road, less than a mile east of Twin Lakes Village and Highway 41. Ellington rammed the car driven by the sisters and ran over Vanette Larson, who had exited another car and was on foot. Basically goes down. Let's just scroll back down here. We're going to jump forward. So one of his defense lawyers, Ann Taylor, told Luster, "Your Honor, he has remorse." She said any more time in prison would only serve to punish Ellington, which is generally what you do to people who kill people. But along with punishment, a judge also can consider deterrence and protection of society when sentencing. Taylor and Ellington has worked to change himself, including finding religion and reconnecting with family. He went back to the faith he was raised in, she said. Kootenai County Deputy Prosecutor Art Verharren said what he did that day was something he did by choice, including hitting the Larson sisters' car with his Blazer, then running over Vanette. We'll shorten this down. So basically, they overturned the initial conviction and allowed a new jury trial, citing perjury by the prosecution witness and prosecutorial misconduct. The previous trial was in 2006. So basically, Ann Taylor kind of made out that he was some sort of fucking hero and he ended up getting out early. But he did it. But when you listen to what she's doing, it's this. I just fear that Ann Taylor's just this one-trick pony. She'd done this in this case. It was kind of over as it was. There was clear issues with the case. She's trying to pluck the bows on that now in the Bryan Kohberger case. She's asking for this, that, and the other, and I just don't feel it. I don't feel that she's going to get anywhere with it. She don't seem to be working very, very quickly, very hard. And look, I know people are going to say they love Ann Taylor. You know, we absolutely love her. We adore her. She's fucking wonderful. And she's going to get him off because he's innocent. I do think that if Bryan Kohberger was innocent, and you know, I'm on the fence with it. If Bryan Kohberger was 100% innocent and she thought he was 100% innocent, I don't think he would be in the position he's in now. And that concerns me. But this was Ann Taylor in action in another case, and she didn't really do a massive amount. She weren't this fucking knight on a steed who came in and overturned everything. It's not quite as spectacular as that. Just ain't, and she ain't that special. Let me know down below what you think. Do you think she's wonderful? Do you think that she's going to get Bryan off because he's an innocent man? Or do you actually think that the fact that she is representing him and he could indeed be innocent, the fact that she is Idaho through and through, is likely going to be the thing that bends him over and gives him one? I'll catch you all in the next one.